Hello and welcome to another update video about LINK. On the LINK chart, we are probably still in this ABC correction there that we've been talking about after we've had 3 waves up. So let's talk about the possibilities here on the chart, or rather probabilities, because as you know, everything's possible, but not everything's really probable. So what are the likely pathways that we see here? So we're still in this potential leading diagonal pattern in a 5-wave move. We have an wave 1, a wave 2, then this third wave that might have topped here and probably topped at around $16.80. Now we're coming down in our 4th wave, and then ideally there's a 5th wave. Now, because we're dealing with a diagonal, the support area is more a guide, okay? So when we deal with an impulse, we don't want it to break below the 50% retracement. That's at $9.75. Typically, I would add the 61.8 retracement level in a diagonal. The problem is that if we break below the $9.50 level, yeah, which is the breakout point here, the 22nd of October breakout point, here you can see this range, yeah, then I think it will just get much more difficult for LINK to stay within an overall bullish scenario. So ideally, I don't want it to break below $9.50. That's my key level. Until then, obviously, there's a bit of a way to go. I don't even know if it will get there, but it's worth knowing where support sits. So if it breaks below $9.50, technically, it could still be a diagonal in a 4th wave down to $8.61, but I find that unreliable. So I have decided not to put that onto the chart, but we talk about it regularly. So if I go to the 1-hour chart, and by the way, if it breaks below that level, you know, we have, obviously there is a bearish scenario, right? I mean, there are different bearish scenarios that can play out, but we would need to look at them separately when we come below that level. For example, this could just be a B wave that will make a deeper pullback, but that depends on, is it a corrective pullback? If we start to see an impulse down, it might take us back towards $2.90, the lower boundary line of the long-term support. Nothing I'm primarily watching for at the moment, but I will have to consider that below $9.50. So at the moment, we're dealing here with what I consider is looking like a corrective pullback. So we've been tracking here this 4th wave since LINK broke below the trend line. Then we had a retest. Okay, now we're coming down. So I count that as an ABC structure. Altcoins bleeding a little bit against Bitcoin. Bitcoin holding well again. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance going up a bit. The altcoins bleeding. It's normal until they turn around again. And this C wave could be nearly finished. I talked about it in previous videos here. The standard support range is between $12.88 and $9.75. We have, however, also the Fibonacci projections that we can use. So as we have an A wave in this wave 4 here, which bottomed here likely on Tuesday it was, and the B wave, we can calculate a target for C. And the 1-to-1 ratio is really the first reliable target at $12.51, possibly down to $11. Ideally, I would like this ABC structure to finish before breaking below $11. Then, technically, this wave 4 could be finished, but it would be quite short in duration. So there is no exact rule for that. So yeah, technically the wave 4 could be finished. We could be turning around after an ABC structure is finished. I will, however, due to the length of the wave 2, where were we? Here, which took a couple of months, yeah, consider that it's just going to turn around and just rally in a B wave. So A wave, B wave, and then come down in wave C. So that's just a possibility. I mean, there are more than 10 corrective structures in Elliott wave. Essentially, what we need to watch for is what is support, okay? That's the question. We don't want to trade the wave counts. We trade the levels that the wave counts reveal. Otherwise, you just try to speculate and speculate and speculate. And in case it already rallies in the 5th wave, you'll be surprised. So essentially, there's not much more to add. We have these Fibonacci extensions that are worth watching now in the next few days and maybe a couple of weeks or so, but that might just be days. Then we'll watch for a potential corrective B wave rally. Okay, if we break above the previous high at $6.60, it might already be the breakout, and then wave 4 finished here. And ideally, before it starts, it will, well, it already touched our support. It touched the 1288 level already. So technically the correction can be over, but looking at the subdivisions, it seems at least likely and preferred to reach at least 12.51, maybe 11.90, maybe $11. So hopefully that's clear. Hope you liked the update about Link. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the link in the video description. On Twitter and Insta, you'll find additional updates. Yeah, sometimes short-term market updates. You'll find content about mindset, trading psychology, Elliott wave here and there. So make sure you follow us there. And yeah, thanks a lot and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.